Alex Ovechkin talks with teammates as the Capitals open training camp in Arlington. John McDonald. The Washington Post, by Isabel Kerstadian. Isabel Kerstadian, reporter covering the Washington Capitals. Email bio follows September 17 at 5:09 p.m. The Washington Capitals' short, but sweet, summer seemed to be taking its toll when the team's training camp opened without two of its regulars on the ice. Top defenseman John Carlson and third-line center Lars Eller both were nursing lower body injuries that were considered minor, but nonetheless worthy of precaution. They returned to practice for a first time Monday, the fourth day of training camp. A franchise-first Stanley Cup championship last season meant the Capitals played more games than any other team in the league last season, so players also had less time to recover from the long run and then train for a new one. All things considered, it's a good problem to have, but also one Washington has to monitor and manage to start the season. "It's a new situation for me, and I think for everybody here," Eller said. "We just played a month more than most of the guys have done before. You tend to forget that a little bit. I still took a good 3 weeks off where I did absolutely nothing before I went into the gym again. But you might feel like you're a step behind, or two compared to where you usually are in the past summers at certain points. But then you just have to remind yourself that you also just played 2 months more than half the league. What does a rookie backup goaltender mean for Braden Holtby's workload?" Lars Eller. Matt Slocum AP, Eller said his injury was something that just needed a week of rehab, and he feels 100% now. Eller followed a career regular season, 18 goals and 20 assists in 81 games, with an even better postseason, in which he scored 7 goals, including the Stanley Cup winner in Game 5 against the Vegas Golden Knights. "How often has he watched that one over again? I don't have a number on it," he said. "But I'll keep watching it. If I'm in a bad mood, I'll put it on." Eller became the first Danish player to win the Stanley Cup and brought the trophy to his hometown in August. After an eventful summer, he didn't start skating until mid-August, about 2 weeks later than in past summers, and the on-ice sessions weren't all that frequent even then. "I was like, I don't really feel like being out here," Eller said. "And it's important that you don't have that feeling a month into the season like, oh, now I've got to practice again, because you practiced so much in July. So, I didn't really skate very much in August, but now I'm like, I'm hungry. I want to be out there. And that's the most important thing, if you can keep that feeling, because it's a long season." To win back-to-back Stanley Cups, Capitals' no slow start could be costly. Eller said he hurt himself by pushing it a little too hard at times in the workouts leading up to training camp. Carlson said that wasn't the case for him, but everyone's always got some things going on, and it was a short summer, so just trying to get everyone in the best shape and the healthiest going into the season is the goal. Everyone's different on that curve. Carlson also is coming off a career season with 15 goals and 53 assists, which led all defensemen in scoring. Neither he nor Eller will play in Tuesday's preseason game, but Reirden said he would like to